Want to see the most useless mod ever? Watch this video till the end to find out. Hello fellow DIYers and focus owners. You've probably all thought about this at one point, so let me show you what's all this about.
One of these from the UK with a motor and a button to replace this seat base that has no button and no height control. Why? Because why not? Duh.
Okay, so what you need to do here is pretty straightforward. Remove a piece of plastic. After that you need to remove 4 bolts that have Torx heads. P50 to be precise. To make your job easier, just push the seat back as far as it goes and then go ahead and remove the bolts. If you're done with these two, slide the seat forward. After that, you can go ahead and remove the 2 T50 Torx bolts on the rear. Before you mess with wiring, you might want to remove the battery leads.
Wires. So this is all that I need to unhook before I can take out the base and this plastic piece.
As with every project that I do, I figure it out as I go. So I was looking for these clips that I need to push on so I can unhook the wiring connectors. As usual, all connectors came out pretty nicely and I didn't rip any wires off, hooray. About the connectors, there are actually two, one for the CD changer and one that contains those 4 red ones. I call it a multi-connector. Oh yeah, the CD changer connector was a bit harder to take off because the tab was hidden and I had to cut off a zip tie there so I can free the cable.
Okay, so I'm looking over all the wiring and how the hell is. So what I figured out, there's heated seat wire and they are coming into this multiple connector thingy. If I remember correctly, you can just slide this multiple connector thingy off. Unfortunately, I need to figure out how and where the CD changer under bracket is bolted on, so I can see if I can move the whole thing from the base of this chair to the new base. Hopefully I can.
Let me tell you, I wasn't so fortunate. I need to make new brackets, but that's for another time. For the moment I needed to remove the CD changer from its brackets that was held in by these 6 screws, after which I had to remove the brackets from the seat. The fun part was that the brackets were held on to the seat with rivets, so I had to drill those out. You will see in a moment. Before I was able to remove the screws on the other side, I had to remove the multi-connector thingy, so I am able to access the screws or bolts. So on the top of that multi-connector thingy there was that tab that I had to pull inwards to be able to remove it. After that I was able to insert my wrench, kind of, to be able to undo the 3 screws on the side of the CD changer. After I managed to take off the CD changer, here's a quick look at it.
Just to be extra sure, I marked these 2 cables with insulating tape or electrical tape, and I have a cable tie on that one and a cable tie over here marking its spot, and that's the last one going in this multi something thingy connector. You don't really need to do this. I did take a photo of the assembly, but yeah, just to make it easier, you know.
Now I had to remove the 4 connectors out of the multi-connector. I had to do this because the cables are in the way and you cannot take the seat apart. The method of taking those out is pretty much similar as before. They have a small tab that you need to press on with a screwdriver and then pull them out gently. Oh, by the way, if you can see, there are only 4 small red connectors in this multi-connector. The 5th one would be the height adjustability for the seat. You know what this means? It's pre-cabled! Oh yeah! Okay, so back to our seat. Now I wanted to remove the seat part, or the part that goes under your butt. That was held in by these 4 bolts that were 10mm, something like that. But luckily for me, I still had the brackets for the CD changer that were in the way, so I couldn't remove the seat part without removing the brackets. I was going to drill out those rivets, but I only managed to drill out 2 because my drill battery died because I forgot to charge it. So there's not much to say about this part, I'm just drilling out the rivets. On the other hand, I would like to mention that in case your car isn't pre-cabled for height adjustable seats, I will have information on how to do the wiring at the end of this video or in a follow-up video. Okay, now that buttrest part is out, I need to remove the backrest part, also that plastic piece, but first the backrest that is held in by 4 bolts that are 15mm, something like that. I mean the socket for them. But yeah, a small side note, on the other part you first need to remove the pretensioner to be able to remove these 2 nuts.
Okay, so I came up and I figured the plastic parts are held in by these inserts that are molded on them. Oh, by the way, I'm in my beautiful green room. The freaking ugly door, because I still haven't finished that one. So I did figure out a thing. You need to remove this in order to be able to remove the backrest part. So this is, the good thing is that I deconnected it, but this thing is pretty much a pre-tensioned belt holder. Looks like it has an electronically controlled something. Maybe when the airbags deploy, then this thing, like what I presume it does is when you're having a crash, it doesn't like hold still, it decelerates you slowly so the seat belt doesn't cut into your chest or something like that. That's why it has this thing. But let's see, what do they read? What is it saying? Attention, the buckle pretensioner has to be tested, assembled and or disassembled only by qualified personnel. Risk of injury and malfunction. Contents: flammable solids. Oops. It's a radiant heavy focused, but yeah. The buckle, blah blah blah, has to be. Yeah, so I'm not going to disassemble. I don't need to disassemble that. Now, focus. So, hopefully I will be able to do now. I need 2 hands for this.
I don't think you need too much explanation on this part. I pretty much removed some parts from the old seat base and I put them on the new seat base. as simple as that. After that I went ahead and put all the nuts back, torqued them down, and started reassembling the seat. It was pretty much the reverse of disassembling it. After torquing those nuts down, I put some thread locker on the pre-tensioner's bolt and screwed it back in place. By the way, that's also a T50 Torx.
Now that I have mounted everything back, torque the bolts to 24 Newton meters plus like 15 degrees, I've got to the wiring for this, and let's see if I can. There's that, the place for the switch, so I will need to cut that out. Luckily that's a template, hooray, and the rest of the base. Well, I did transfer one of these clips for the wiring looms, and well, unfortunately it's too dark over there for me to show you. Oh well. Another interesting thing that I found, you know, the actually there were 4 connectors in it, and this kind of looks to be the 5th one. They have like pre-connectors. I'm actually wondering if this will be a plug and play or not. Well, we will see. So I placed the seat part, over it, and these 2 brackets, this and this, are to hold the CD changer that I placed. Where did that? Oh yeah, it's there. I'm not going to bring it right now because it obviously doesn't fit, and because this moves, like this whole assembly moves like so, so it pivots on on those. So there is one pivot point, and it pivots on this entire bar over here, and these will get in the way eventually, so I will have to remove them because, well, oh, come on, get it off with one hand. So those are riveted in place. How convenient, eh? Wow. Oh yeah, attention to details, Ford. Very nice that they have put this plastic ring only on the hole that the heated seat cable comes through. Very, very nice. So it doesn't destroy the cable when it wiggles around and from the vibration as the car is moving. Very nice. So now instead of 4 cables, so good that I marked them all, I have 5, and this looks like is for the airbag, in case you have 4 airbags in your Focus. This is on the, how it said, passenger side airbag, something like that. This is for the heated seats bottom. This looks like to be the heated seat backrest, yes. This looks like to be the pre-tensioner thingy, and this obviously is my new motorized height adjustable thingy. Yeah. So I will have to cut a hole in this plastic. I will have to drill those rivets out and place somewhere else the CD changer if I'm going to place it back in the car. Maybe I will have a digital, what the fuck is that called? X-Carling? Yeah, maybe I will have that instead of the CD changer. Who knows?
And that's the switch in place. After this I did some cable management, as you can see here, and after that I was thinking, was it pre-cabled? How can I be sure? Went down to a car, measured it, and yes, the wires are there. Okay, so this is it for now. I will have a part 2 about how it came out, and I still need to get a plug from a scrapyard. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helped you out. Well, maybe not, because this is the most useless mod ever, but you know, in case it did, leave a like, subscribe, and as always, have a nice day. And free out.